Well, good afternoon, everybody. Well, today we've spent quite a bit of time in the shed and in the basement working. We had over an inch of rain today, which is a welcome relief from the dirty and the dust, and we could sure use a lot more. Today I was cleaning downstairs in the basement, and I wanted to share with you one of these things. I use these quite a bit. This is a Wi-Fi smart plug. Nifty little device. I've had these out and about in the shed and in the garage for a couple years. Real easy to set up. They kind of look like that. Plug directly into your socket on your wall, and they really come in handy. And I'll tell you a couple of the main places I use these, especially out in the shed, is I have probably, I don't know, a couple mile of electric fence ran, which isn't a lot, but I go around, I trim it, fix it, repair it, and as I mow around it, you see things once in a while that need taken care of, a broken wire, or you need to restretch it. Or what's really handy is I have one of these on my fence charger. So wherever I am out around my place, where I can turn the electric fence off and work the fence right then and there. I don't have to walk or drive if I'm on a little lawn tractor or mowing. I don't have to walk all the way back up to the shed, turn it off or unplug it. I can shut it off with my cell phone. I can look at my cell phone, check and make sure it's off, and it works really well and saves me a lot of time. I also use these Wi-Fi smart plugs on my skid steer. And what I use it for on there is I have a block heater in my skid steer, and when I plug the block heater in the wintertime to use the skid steer, especially if I'm going to clear a driveway with it, it'll take the skid steer probably 20-25 minutes for that block heater to get it all warmed up. And then you have to go out and start it and then let it sit so the hydraulics can run and get warmed up for at least 15-20 minutes at least. Depends on how cold it is. But what happens is I'll plug that heater into one of these smart plugs, and I can do use it for one or two things. If I know it's going to snow in the morning and I have to get up early, I can program it to where it'll come on at like 4:30 in the morning, and by 5 o'clock when I wake up, it'll be ready to go. I can run out, check on the horses, I can turn it on, get it warming up while I'm inside, getting my warmer clothes on, eating breakfast, getting ready for the day. And then when I get ready to go to work, it's running, ready to go, and I can plow my driveway to get out. Usually what happens is I'm at work and we'll get a few inches of snow. And a few inches of snow on my driveway can cause a lot of havoc, because my driveway is such that it runs kind of east-west. So the northerly winds cause pretty good sized drifts generally. So if I'm at work and I'm getting snow and I check the radar at home and check my cameras outside at home, I can see that I'm getting a lot of snow. So when I'm at work, I can get on the app on my cell phone and I can turn that smart plug on that's plugged into that heater. And by the time I get home, that skid steer is warmed up. I can hop on it right away, start it, and then by the time I come in and get all my gear on and everything, it's usually warmed up and ready to do the driveway. So it saves a little bit of time. Very handy to have. I can use them in various areas. I use these in the house quite a bit, just in the basement and various places upstairs that we want lights to come on, especially with daylight savings coming. You come home, it's a little dark. So we'll have a couple basement lights come on. We'll have a couple upstairs lights come on. And of course, they're really nice to use even when you go away for a while. You can program them to come off and on certain times during the day and night, so it looks like you're home. You can even plug them into your barn, turn on lights in there to make it look like you're doing chores. You can also control them by manual and just whenever you want, turn them off and on. So you don't really have to keep the schedule day in and day out. And it gives you a little bit more versatility in the look of your home if you're gone turning lights on and off various times during the day. So main reason is they really worked out really well with controlling my electric fence and my skid steer. I've also used them to control battery maintainers. You know, usually battery maintainer is not such a crucial thing. It'll kind of, if you get good ones, they'll cycle on and off, so you really don't have to worry about it. But anyway, I just thought, ran onto one of those that I hadn't used, and I thought you'd be interested in maybe giving one a shot. Wi-Fi smart plugs, and they'll kind of lead you through to what app you need to control them. And so yeah, those work really well, and I'd highly suggest them. Anyway, for now, I thank you, and talk to you later.